What's up, my beautiful friends? Happy Monday. Super pumped to be here sharing with you my experience. Week 3, day 1 was yoga hybrid, and I'm just so proud of the progress that I've made. We had 1 week to prep, learn some of the moves, some of the flow, and we are officially starting week number 1. I have not missed a day. I've added on a few of the extra post burns to help with my flexibility and mobility, and I'm feeling stronger. But one thing that I have noticed is there are days I feel strong and there's days where I don't feel strong. There's days where I have good balance, there's days where I don't have good balance. And that's how life's gonna be in general. There's gonna be days when you feel good, there's gonna be days when you don't feel as good. But the important thing is that you continue to show up. Now, I was reading, or this past weekend I went to West Yellowstone with my father-in-law and 2 of his friends from Bolivia. I had the opportunity and the blessing to take them through West Yellowstone, see their first bison, see Old Faithful, see the hot pots. We got to see elk, we got to see deer. Unfortunately, we didn't see any bears, but I took them to my favorite lake. I took them up on top of a mountain, incredible views. And one thing that I noticed is just extreme gratitude and emotion that they shared upon seeing these things for the first time. It's been, his name was Daniel, my father-in-law's friend, just his gratitude of living out a childhood dream of seeing these places. And it felt so incredible. Like, I'm not a person that loves sitting in a car for 7 to 10 hours a day driving, but it didn't seem to bother me because I was in service of others. I was more focused on helping them experience those things than how long the drive was or how many miles or how long we've been sitting in the car. So that's something for you to think about today. But as I was reading, or when we were driving back, we were going through Highway 20 and it's just packed with pine trees. It gets pretty level and flat. And my father-in-law, they know I archery hunt elk up there. And so he's like, don't you get lost? Like, how do you not get lost? And I said, well, I use a GPS on my phone. And he's like, you have service here? And I was like, yes, I use service. But there are times when I get into areas that don't have service where I use a compass. But we'll talk specifically about GPSs. You need something to guide you in your life. And I was reading from Lewis Howes' book this morning where he talks about a system called the GPS system. The greatness purpose system, something like that, I believe. But he talks about the importance of being dialed in on 3 areas and having specific goals on 3 areas in your life. It's your business, it's your relationships, and number 3 is your wellness. And your business could be, set goals for your business. Could be revenue, it could be relationships with your partners and your customers. Your wellness, obviously, we know what wellness is: eating healthy, getting enough sleep, meditation, all of that stuff. Relationships in your community, with your family, with your business partners, with your friends. So set specific goals in those areas. And specifically, not to overwhelm yourself, do 3 specific goals. Then he goes on to share something that I think is super valuable that I wanted to share with you today about that. If, for example, your wellness is not good, you're not going to be able to be a good spouse or be a great father or be great in your business. Those things will begin to fall apart if your wellness is not in check. If you don't have the energy and the vibrant well-being, those things will struggle. On the same side, if you don't have good relationships, if you're struggling in your relationships, specifically and directly in your home, but with all relationships, but more importantly in your home, if you don't have good relationships there, your business is going to suffer because of that. Your wellness is going to suffer because of that. So it's so important that you get dialed in and set a specific goal for each of those 3 things. So my friends, upon watching this video, you can share in the comments of this video, but more importantly, you need to write it down. I want you to come up with 3 specific goals that you're going to work on. 1 in your relationships, 1 goal for your wellness, and 1 goal for your business, so that you can get dialed in and have a GPS, a direction and guide as you move forward over this next year.